Hello again. It's Destiny. I decided to come back and do an updated Horde, um, like character reveal or character introduction, just because some changes have been made since the last time I made a video. I touched on it briefly when I was making that video about my Horde characters and my Alliance characters. Um, my end goal was to have 36 of each 36 characters of each faction, which would be one of each spec. So on Alliance side, I had pretty much everything. I think I was lacking like three, but I had run out of character slots, and so I had started debating on creating a second account that would just be Horde or just be Alliance. And so I wound up going ahead and doing that. I had a secondary account that was, for all intents and purposes, it had all of the expansions on it. It had been purchased as like a recruiter friend thing to get recruiter friend benefits back in the day when that was still like you got a lot of XP for doing it and things like that. So I just upgraded that to Shadowlands and started paying monthly subscription for it, and I have transferred almost all of my Horde characters over here. I'm lacking, I think, 10 characters. I think I have left to move from my old server or my old account, which is now my Alliance account, um, and move them over here to my Horde account. So my Horde account is basic right now. I did move as many as I could. They have a new character bundle, like transfer bundle, which is really nice. So I did do that. But I had more characters than the transfer bundle would let me move. And it's expensive. So I have to wait until payday to move the rest. So anyway, some of you may have already watched my first introduction to my characters, so you will recognize this character that is currently on the screen. This is Regina. She's my arcane mage, and I created her after they made the changes to the Forsaken like faces and stuff when they did the updates. I'm really in love with how they changed their looks, making her so she doesn't look like she's rotting, things like that. Like I really love that. I was never a big fan of the bones sticking out everywhere. Some of the bones didn't even make any sense to me, which was a big thing. Like just kind of the way that their backbones stuck out, it looked more like a fin than it did a spine to me. So I'm glad they changed it, or at least gave us the option to not have to do that. So again, she is my arcane mage. And then next up we have Frostlyn. Obviously she's my frost mage. She's a Nightborn. You will notice that most of these characters are not above level 20. Most of them are not even above level 10. Again, this is a relatively new decision to make a Horde server. So a lot of this stuff isn't done. It's barely begun. But in the coming months leading up to the new expansion, woo! We will see a change in the levels on these characters. It's time to start knuckling down. The only thing that I have left to do in the like main expansion that we're currently in is to get Keymaster on one of my characters, so that I can have the red twisty tornado elemental mount, because I like it. I didn't like season 1 or 2's color, so I'm glad they stuck with the mount, and then this blood red one that they have for season 3, I love it. So I plan to get that. So that's pretty much the only thing I have left to do as far as current content. So over the next couple months, these characters will start seeing a lot of movement in the level department. So this is Frostlyn, like I said, she's my frost mage. And they do have a theme. Their shoulders, I tried to match them up with what they are. So then we have Imogen. For anybody, again, for anybody that follows me, you know that I'm a big Critical Role fan. This is Laura Bailey's current character in the campaign that they are on right now. I don't know what they wound up calling their group. I know it was Vox Machina Season 1, and then The Mighty Nine Season 2, and then I've been kind of lacking because of my job watching Campaign 3. So I'm not sure what they're called, but I know that Laura Bailey's character's name is Imogen. So this is my fire mage, obviously. And yeah, I quite adore her. So next up is a character that you guys have already met. This is Anastari. She is my Shadow Priest, Nightborn, and she's sporting the Nightborn Heritage Armor. And yeah, I leveled her at the end of BFA. So she's level 50, just gotta slam out those last couple levels. My goal is to have everybody at least level 50 before the next expansion comes out. And then another character that everybody already knows is Kit, my Discipline Volpera priest. Regina, Regina, Anastari, Kit, Liam, Rainier, Justin, and I think there's one more somewhere farther down. Those are the characters that have been moved from the old account to this Horde, air quotes, account. So she's already level 50, and she needs to head to level 60. Next is Ellery. She's going to be my Holy Priest, if I remember correctly. Yes, Holy Priest. So I've got my Shadow Priest, my Disc Priest, and my Holy Priest. And I'm pretty excited about leveling her. And her name came from my job. A kid came to take I teach riding lessons, and a kid came out for a birthday party, and one of her friends' names was Ellery, like Emery, except for with L's instead of an M. And I really liked it. I thought it was pretty, so there we go. Next up, again, a character that we already have met is Liam, named after my second born son, my youngest, and he is my Guardian Druid. And he is sporting the High Mountain Tauren Heritage Armor set. Excuse me. Next, again, a character that we've already met, Rainier. This is named after my oldest son, and he is my Restoration Druid. And he isn't right now, but he will be sporting the regular Tauren Heritage Armor when I get it. He's the character that's going to unlock that for me. So a couple more levels, and then I will do the Heritage Armor questline, and he will be sporting the Heritage Armor. Next, again, character we've already met. This is Justin. This is named after my husband. And I'm not totally in love with his outfit, but it'll do for now. He's my Feral Druid. And I do not have my Balanced Druid moved over yet. Her name is Farron. You've already met her in the previous video, so if you want to know what she looks like because you're new, just hop over onto my other video that's introducing my Horde characters, and she is there. Next is Rowena, named after, of course, the mother of Crowley from Supernatural. She is a warlock. I'm pretty excited about her. She's going to be my Affliction warlock. She is not sporting the red hair that Rowena has. I just thought that green and purple kind of suited this better for Affliction. I might change it. The only reason that I haven't changed it is Farron has red hair, so it's deciding if I want to give Farron a different color hair in order to give this character that iconic red hair color that Rowena has in Supernatural. So we'll see. Next up is Liska, which means fox in a different language. I don't remember what language it is. All of my Volpera are named after fox things. So Kit is a baby fox. I have one named Fennec for Fennec foxes. Then I have Liska, and I have Vixen, who's my blood DK, and they are all foxes, and they're all their names are based off of foxes. So Liska is going to be my demonology warlock. I kind of thought it would be kind of cute because she's small, that she'd be surrounded in the little tiny imps that run around when you're a demonology spec. So that's her. The character that you don't see for my warlocks is my main horde character that I play, and her name is Cadria, and she is my destruction warlock. She's still back on the other server, so she's gonna, and the reason I didn't move her, I originally was gonna move her first. She's the guild leader of my guild, so I had to get Regina over here so that I could hand it off to her, move Cadria, and then give Cadria guild leadership back. So that's been a process. So next we have Mazarine, and right now there's a debate for me between this character and my other shaman, Mazikeen, on which one's going to be enhancement and which one's going to be resto. Currently this one is spec'd as resto. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it that way or not. I don't know if I'd rather have the goblin be enhancement. We'll see. I haven't quite decided. But currently she is set as my resto druid. Or shaman, sorry. And then Mazikeen currently is spec'd as my enhancement shaman, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it that way. I think it's funny. She actually has that transmogged, but apparently the game is not going to show that off right now. But anyway, so those are my shamans. And again, I have a third shaman named Fennec. It's a Volpera, and it's my elemental shaman, and it's on my old account, or on the other account that I have to move her eventually. So next up are my warriors. This is Khaleesi, and yes, I know I spelled it wrong. I did that so that I didn't have to put funky letters in my name. As you can see, a lot of my characters have funky letters, so sometimes I try to finagle it to where I don't have to have funky letters in my name. And currently she's set to be my arms warrior. I'm pretty sure that is gonna stay that way. There's a change in the next two. One is spec'd as one thing, and I'm gonna switch it, and they're gonna switch positions. So Khaleesi is my arms warrior. I'm pretty excited about leveling her. I don't think I've leveled an arms warrior. See, I can't ever remember between arms and fury which one is which. It's because I don't play warrior all that often. But one of the two of them I have not leveled. Even on my alliance side, the one that's going to be that max level, so I have all 36, is level 10. So I haven't, there's one spec in warrior that I have not leveled at all, and I'm kind of excited about it. So this is Calanthe. Currently she's spec'd as my prot warrior, but I'm going to change that, and she's going to be my fury warrior. I just think that a tiny ankle biter is kind of funny as a fury warrior. And being small is kind of fun. In the melee classes, I think it's kind of funny to see something that small being ferocious. So it's funny. And then, oops, where is he? Hold on. This is my other, I have to just move things so they match up here, apparently. This is my other warrior. This is Lorcan. And he is going to be, currently he's spec'd as my fury warrior, but I'm going to change him to be prot. And I do think it's interesting on alliance side. I think I have one male character in total. I can't think of a second one. I have a frost gnome mage, and that's it. That's all I have alliance side that's a male that I can think of. And then on this side, I have quite a few littered throughout. You know, Liam, Rainier, Justin, Lorcan, and then I have a couple more later down in the list that are male characters. I've always been like the kind of person that is like gender bias in the game. Like I don't usually play the opposite gender of what I am, but I kind of wanted things like I wanted the big shoulder, the big shoulder plate wearing guys for fun. I just, on girls, the shoulders are much smaller. They're more petite and feminine, and I wanted to have really big shoulder pads on some of my characters. So that was the whole point behind that. So next we have Raziel. I have this one down as a assassin rogue. And again, I have all 3 specs done. My outlaw rogue is over on the other server, and her name is Sadist, and she's a goblin, and there's a whole story about her. If you watch my original introduction to my Horde characters, it's kind of funny, so be sure to go look that up and find her, because it's pretty funny. The heritage armor set is just, oh my god. Next I have Harlow. She is my fox rogue, sorry, and she is my subtlety rogue. Sorry you can't see her, but she is cute. Currently sporting the old Nyalotha set, but I don't know if they will keep that on later on. It was just giving them something interesting to wear for now. I do have the heritage armor set for the Volpera. It's just I didn't put it on. Maybe that's what she'll wear. I haven't decided yet. Next we have Lior. She's my rep paladin. And again, I have all 3 specs. My prot paladin is named Kaiju, and Kaiju is over on the other server, hasn't moved yet. So Lior is my Tauren rep paladin. And next we have Leander, another male character, that is my holy paladin for the Horde side. I'm not totally happy with this transmog. I'm trying to finagle something different. I realized as I was making my plate wearing classes, I don't have a lot of plate. I have a lot of weapons, but I don't have a lot of like armor for plate, because my characters in the past I originally mained a leather wearer, a mail wearer. I had a hunter, which I think back in the day they were leather. And then I switched to a priest, so I was a cloth wearer. And then I switched, and I currently main a resto druid, so I have leather. So I've never mained a plate wearing class, and so I don't have a lot of plate. And I didn't realize that until I started trying to make transmog sets for these guys, and there was just like nothing to choose from. So that's on my list of things to do, is get more plate. Next up, we've got Erilyn. She is my Windwalker monk. And then I have a Brewmaster monk named Suni on the other server, and a Mistweaver monk named Gemini on the other server that have to move. So very excited to level this character. I haven't leveled a tall monk, I would say. I think my Windwalker monk Alliance side is a dwarf. My Mistweaver monk on Alliance side is a gnome, and my Brewmaster monk is a Dark Iron dwarf. So like I've never leveled something that's tall as a monk, so I'm kind of excited to like get a better visual of their abilities. So that'll be kind of fun. Next is Verity. She is my Vengeance Demon Hunter, and on the other server is Rias, and she's my Havoc Demon Hunter. So very excited to level. I did level Vengeance Demon Hunter Alliance side. It was not my favorite. I would say out of all of the tanking classes, I think this one's my least favorite. There's a lot of mobility to the class, but in a really like awkward way, and so I'm not a big fan, but I'll get it done. I do love Havoc though. It's just Vengeance is not my preference. Next is my Demon Hunters, my Death Knights. and I have 2 of them over here. So this is Morbius. He's my unholy DK. Again, sporting that Nyloth wear. Kind of thought it was cool because of the tentacles. Don't know if I'll keep it that way. Again, I don't have a lot of plate. Need to fix it. So yeah, so this is Morbius. Yes, he's named after the character in the comics. No, I did not name him because of the movie. I knew about the comics before the movie. I actually didn't think the movie was very good. I actually fell asleep in the movie theater when that movie was going. It wasn't bad, it just not worth paying to see it in a movie theater. I would rather have watched it at home. So, comics and books and stuff were much better. Next is Nakari. So she's named after, if anybody watches anime, same with Rias. Anybody that watches anime should know, most likely know who those 2 characters are. Rias is from an adult anime series called High School DxD, and Nakari is the last name of a character on another kind of adult anime called Food Wars. And Nakari is my Frost DK. As you can see, I have a lot of the set for Nighthold, but I do not have the entire set, so I tried my best to kind of create my own set out of bits and pieces of that. I'm not really happy with it, but my goal is to go back into Nighthold and get the rest of it, so then I have the whole set, and then I'm happy because I've got more plate. I also need to get the other colors, because I'm pretty sure Nighthold has all of the... Sorry, I spilled my coffee, so I'm wiping up my mess. I'm pretty sure that Nighthold has all of the colors. I have something to, like, because it's going to be sticky. I'm pretty sure Nighthold has all the colors for the different specs. Sorry, I know that's very loud. I'm sorry. All the different specs of Death Knight. So, like, there is a red set, I think. Actually, I think the red set is the PvP set. But I have that because it's Horde. And then the white set, I just think it's really pretty. So that I need something... Oh, never mind. I know what I need. Never mind. I got it. I think the white set's really pretty for a Frost DK. And then my hope is that they have something green that's similar for the Unholy DK. So, again, I apologize for the loud noise of me wiping my microphone off and moving my whole thing around there for a minute. I spilled my coffee, and I'm trying to clean up my mess before it gets super sticky and gross on my desk. Next up are my hunters. And I have 2 of them on this server, and then I have 1. I think I have 1 that is still on the other server. I don't think I moved her. So this is Kepri, not Kefri. That's an Overwatch player. This is Kepri. It's an Egyptian word that I think it means falcon. So to be clear, this is Kepri, not Kefri. So, and she is going to be my marksman. And then I have Rise, which is named after the ghoul in Tokyo Ghoul, again, an anime series. If you can't tell, my husband and I watch a lot of anime. And she is my survival hunter. Again, not super happy with this transmog. Just kind of threw something together, and then when I got back to this, like, the character start screen like this, I was like, oh, that doesn't match. I don't like it. I'll fix it later. So she's on my list of things to, like, work on. And it'll be interesting to see how she evolves as we go. So yeah, I don't. So the excuse me. The other hunter that is not on this server, her name is Natiri, and she's a Magcar Orc, and she's a Beastmaster. So that is all of my characters as far as I'm aware. And then those bottom 2 that you saw, if you're living under a rock, you might not know about this, but as many of you know, the new expansion, Dragonflight has been announced as of April 19th, and I am beyond excited. I'm one of those people that the meme totally makes sense for. It's there are dragons, we are dragons, you can ride dragons, dragons on dragons, riding dragons, being dragons, doing dragon things. Like, I love dragons, so I'm very, very excited about this expansion. I am hoping that it will be the upswing that WoW needs to kind of go back in the other direction. We've been slowly but surely deteriorating, in my opinion. And my hope is that they are really starting to listen to the community about, you know, we don't want to grind all day, every day. That it's just not fun. Time gating crap behind, you know, millions and millions and millions of this specific type of something that I have to grind every single day for. I don't have time to do that. I have a full-time job. I also, my friend Chris and I, who, if you follow my page, you will know who that is, started a podcast, and I don't have time. I'm leveling an alt army, and I'm busy. So I'm excited to see where they're going, and the reason that there are 2 characters at the bottom of my page are they are name holders. So these characters are not going to be mages. They are holding names for me for when Evoker comes out, the Dracthyr class. I've heard Chris believes that you're only going to be able to have 1 on your account, just like when Demon Hunters and Death Knights came out. So my hope is that's not true. Again, I'm hoping that they will understand that people want to have, like me, want to have 1 of everything. So the plan is that my healer class, which is preservation for Evoker, is going to be named Seraphim, and then my DPS class, which is Devastation, will be Raishan on this server. And then I have the 2 names for my other 2 Evokers for Alliance side saved on my Alliance account. So, and there is a theme. They both, one is an R and one is an S, and that was done on purpose. So it was kind of fun for me. And they're going to be opposite. So on this server, the R is the Devastator, and the S is the Preserver. And on the other side, it's the opposite. So I'm very excited about that. Can't wait. And yeah, look up. I'll link it in the description. Our podcast is On the Wings of Dragons. It's basically just our thoughts, our hopes, our dreams, our predictions, lore conversations, keeping up with the interviews, keeping up with what's coming out on Wowhead for the new expansion. Hopefully getting a beta invite and being able to bring you lots and lots of information about the upcoming expansion Dragonflight. No release date yet, but really hoping to have at least a release date for alpha and beta soon. If alpha isn't already out, you never know. They talked about beta, so I'm thinking that the people that have alpha access have it, and they're just not allowed to talk about it. So my prediction at the end of this video, I will tell you my prediction is that beta will come out in June, and we will get like a more open, well, my hope, if alpha is not already out, alpha will come out in June, beta will be in November or December, and then the release will be in April. If alpha is already out, I think beta will happen in June. We'll have a long beta with lots of testing, and I still think our release date will be June, maybe March, if we have a good long beta testing cycle. So, because that'll give us a chance to go through the dungeons, go through the raid, level your character, all of those fun things in the beta. So, I have officially worn out my welcome in WoW, apparently. I've been AFK, air quotes, for too long. So I'm going to end this video here, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!